In front by 1. (17 to 16) Japan's way after they trailed by 1 at half time. And now another goal from Kuwait. This time it's Al-Anisi, number 14, his 4th goal of the tournament. And that ties it up at 17 each. Under 10 minutes to play. That little man there is Kukatani. No great power in the shot. And Kuwait will bring it away. I mentioned this Kuwait side big, a little slower than the fleet-footed Japanese players, but it's proving just as effective. Kuwait passing the ball around. Who will win this encounter? Plenty of time left. Kuwait in the attack. Goalkeeper committed, and Ababi was able to get it past him. And now down by 1. They've had all the answers so far. Well, it was a hopeful shot, and Fuji was unable to make it. Big crowd here. They're really enjoying what they're seeing. Why wouldn't they? A wonderful game, as Kuwait provided against the UAE a couple of days ago. They attack again. Waiting, number 14. Al-Anisi it is. He goes, shoots and gets it. Al-Anisi making the score 19-17. May have hurt himself. 5 minutes to go. Save off the foot. Japan down by 2. Suioka, he's brought down, and this may well be a penalty, as it was rough and he landed heavily, and Suioka will go to the line. Substitute keeper is on. Straight pass. Back comes Balushi in goal. Still Kuwait by 1, 19 to 18, 4.5 minutes remaining. And one of the fancied teams in this tournament, Kuwait perhaps surprising them a little. Another goal! Well, he was left almost unmarked. He was able to get clear. Al-Azimi. And Al-Azimi gets the score. It's Kayaba taking a heavy fall. Very close encounter as the minutes start ticking away. Whistle, but no damage done just yet for Kuwait. Japan still with the ball. In goes the shot and he makes it. Kayaba. Kuwait in front by 1. Bouncing it past. Oh, it hit the rim. Hit the framework. And Japan have the ball. They're down by 1, seconds ticking away. Closing moments of this match. The keeper goes off. They have 7 players downfield. Whistle. You can see number 13 there. It's 19 to 20. Kuwait in front. And Nakayama is out there for the keeper. You can see him wearing the yellow, so no keeper in place for Japan. And 7 players in general play looking for this equaliser with 9 seconds on the clock. Out it goes. The shot. It makes it. It's all tied up. It'll be a draw. Japan out of jail against Kuwait. Nakayama scored it. And scenes of absolute delight from the Japanese contingent. They have got out of jail trailing by 2 with a minute to play. And now they've salvaged a draw 20-20. They look like the victors. And Kuwait, well, their players look very down indeed. A 20-all draw in a thriller.
In judo, there were 4 gold medals to be decided today. Firstly, in the women's middleweight competition, up to 70 kilograms, it was Lim Jung-suk from South Korea against Japan's Miki Amao. All the finals today proving to be very tight contests indeed. The Korean Lim Jung-suk trying to pin her opponent and prevent her from moving, while an ippon would automatically win the bout by throwing a rival onto your opponent's back. If you can pin them in the one position for certain periods of time, you can accumulate a point or parts of the point. Now it's the Korean Lim Jung-suk. And Lim Jung-suk from South Korea beats Japan's Miki Amao on a yuko. In the men's middleweight, up to 90 kilograms, South Korea's Yoo Sung-yeon in the white belt against Yoshio Nakamura from Japan. Both men grappling for a hold. Korean Yoo Sung-yeon. Neither man able to get the leverage he required. They'll face each other once more. Yoshio Nakamura on the far side, wristing, and both men looking towards the judges. So the hold was applied by Yoo Sung-yeon. Time being up, the referee will award the decision. And it goes to South Korea's Yoo Sung-yeon, winner by Yusigachi. Another medal to the Koreans, their second gold. South Korea, 2 goals from the 2 bouts decided. Now in the men's half middleweight, up to 81 kilograms. It's Cho In-chul from South Korea on the far side against Kwak Ok-chol from North Korea, the People's Republic of Korea. So a battle of the Koreans here. Kwak scoring a yuko. Yuko being a throw that is rated below a waza-ari, or a hold lasting 20 to 25 seconds. Of course, a nippon would decide the match. A waza-ari is worth half a nippon, and going down the list, a yuko or a koka. Now Cho In-chul, with 2 yukos to 1, is leading in the battle for gold here. Cho In-chul from South Korea. And that is the end of the final. So the gold medal should go to Cho In-chul from South Korea over Kwak Ok-chol from the People's Republic of Korea. And there is the decision. So yet another gold medal to South Korea. Now to the women's half middleweight, up to 63 kilogram division. It's China's Wang Xianbo on the left, up against Japan's Naomi Kimoto. Wang getting the better of the early exchanges here. She has been awarded a coca. Now Nami Komoto quickly comes in on her opponent, but it looks like she's been poked in the eye or hurt in some way on the face. So the referee will step in. Nami Komoto in some distress. Yes, it looks like a poke in the eye. Should be okay. Wang trying to get leverage with her leg. Both grappling for a hold now. Komoto fighting hard. Wang with a hold on the leg. Waza-Ari awarded to Wang Xianbo. The crowd cheering. Now the decision. The decision goes to Nami Komoto from Japan. She has been awarded the gold medal. Wang hands on hips, angry with the decision. And now Wang seated. And the judges conferring. There has been some protest lodged. Here comes Nami Komoto back out to see whether the decision will be overturned or not. Will it stand? Japanese girl awarded the gold. Now the decision has been overturned by the look of this. And the gold medal goes to Wang Xianbo from China. Amid much controversy, Wang, 1 minute a loser, now a gold medalist. And Komoto, a very disappointed Japanese judoka.
Out here at the Aquatic Centre with 5 gold medals up for grabs. First of all, the 400-metre freestyle for women, and we pick up the action just after the 300-metre mark, and this is Ha Chen of China. Chen was leading through the halfway mark by 1 and a bit seconds. She continues to lead, and she's out by a body length as she turns into the last 50 metres. In second place, it's Yamada of Japan. And in lane 3 in third place, Shumin Sai, who won the 200 metres freestyle. But this is an impressive performance. China and Japan have had the gold medals between them. And this time it's going to be China to start night 3. Last night it was all Japan, but she's going further away. And she's going to win. The time's going to be interesting. Let's watch the clock. 4:12.31. That's an Asian record. 4:12.31. Yamada takes the silver, and Shumin Sai takes another medal to add to her gold from last night. Well, she won the race, really, the Chinese swimmer, with her burst just after the halfway mark. She led by a second at the 200, and then she extended that to 3 seconds by the last turn. Gold to Chen of China, Yamada taking the silver, and Sai of Chinese Taipei the bronze. The 400 metres, or the 100 metres freestyle for men. And this should be a terrific race. Zhao of China, Nachev of Uzbekistan. Now there's 2 twins in this race. In lane 3, from third from top of the screen, it's Shusuke Ito of Japan. And look down towards the bottom there, lane 6, it's Sun Shuki of Japan as well, and it's the 2 twins who are going well in the early stages. Between them, it's Sitnikov of Kazakhstan and Wang of Chinese Taipei. Let's watch them come home. And I tell you what, the two Japanese swimmers, the twins, are right up there at the front of the field. They may yet bring it home. So watch for lane 6, Shunsuke and Shusuke in lane 3. It's the twins fighting it out. It's Shunsuke, maybe at the bottom just in front. Shunsuke. Shusuke as well going nicely, but Shunsuke wins the gold medal. Shusuke takes silver, and Zhao of China, I'd reckon it was, probably the bronze, but it was so close for the bronze. A line of swimmers. And remarkably, the twins have taken 1 too. Shunsuke from Shusuke. And look at that, 3 of them sharing third placing.
at 51.29 seconds.
The 100 metres backstroke for women. So watch for the swimmers in the middle of the pool there. Nakamura of Japan and Hagiwara of Japan in lanes 4 and 5, the two to beat. Also Sai of Hong Kong in lane 2, Choi of Korea in lane 3. But they're going well in the middle of the pool. Nakamura and Hagiwara, the two Japanese swimmers out in front as they go through the first 30 metres. The turn is going to be very interesting. It's Japan 1-2 at the moment. Through they go. The leader through the 50 was Nakamura in lane 4. Hagiwara was just behind her, and they're starting to clear out on the rest of the field. Japan, who had such a good night in the pool last night, it looks like they're set to continue their domination. In the last race, the twins went 1 and 2. Now it's Hagiwara in 5, starting to edge in front, only just. Nakamura trying to go with her. Hagiwara, Nakamura. I reckon Hagiwara will hang on. She does. Tomoko Hagiwara wins it. Mei Nakamura second. And third place would have been Sumin Choi of Korea across in lane 3, but quite a distance back from the two Japanese swimmers.
Ladies and gentlemen, the results shown are unofficial.
More success for Japan. Hagiwara taking gold and Nakamura the silver. Now the 200 metres backstroke for men. Pez Zabiro with the world record. He's had that for a while. We're picking up the action as they go into the last turn. And through the 150, it would be Yongfu of China in front in lane 5. Not too far away from him, just over there on his right shoulder is Lim of Malaysia. And the Philippine swimmer towards the top of the screen is just out of screen at the moment, but he's there in third place. Bringing it home though, it's Yongfu of China. Going with him was Lim of Malaysia, but 3/4 of a body length, and now going further away. Yongfu of China will win gold. He'll win it by a clear body length. Lim of Malaysia takes second, and Papa of the Philippines would be in third placing. An Asian record has been set, breaking 2 minutes, and Yongfu a time of 1:59.30. So another record falls, China taking the gold. The women's 4x100 metre freestyle relay. So from the top of the screen, in lane 1 it's India, then it's Chinese Taipei, Korea in 3, Japan in 4, China off to a good start in 5, Thailand in 6, down to Singapore in 7 and Hong Kong in lane 8 making up the field. But the race will obviously be between these powerful teams in the middle. Japan, who've had such a good first 3 days in this swimming competition, and China as well. Through the first 50, it's the lead-off swimmer for Japan doing a good job. That's Kairi Yamada. For China, it's now Chao and Hee Yeon Cho of Korea. They're the leading teams out in front, and you just get the feeling the other teams may find it difficult to keep up as this race goes further on. Coming into the first change, and not too much between those three in the middle. Korea, Japan and China. The lead team, in fact, was Korea in 56.69, so that was a very good lead-off swim by Cho. Diving into the water for Korea, it's Lee. Nakatani follows for Japan, and Zhu Han in the pool now for China, and Zhu Han is swimming a very good leg in lane 5. You can see her, she's made up quite a deal of ground. The Korean swimmer starting to drop back a little, but it's the swimmer in 5, Zhu Han of China, who's taken the lead at the 150. Not by much. Japan in second place. Korea dropping way back out of the picture now for third. A long way to go in this, and the Japanese swimmer Nakatani is fighting back as she swims the last 25 metres of her leg, and she's taken the lead. What a strong 50 this has been by Nakatani. She was behind on the turn, and now the Chinese swimmer fights back again, and China in fact will turn in front at the halfway mark. China going through in 1:52.74, Japan in second place, and back in third Korea. Into the pool they go. The third swimmer for China is Min Kwang Aomana for Japan. This is going to be a wonderful race. China and Japan, you can see with the wide shot there, Korea back in third place, and they'd be followed by Chinese Taipei and then Thailand. Through the 250s in 2:20.11. China still leading Japan. Nothing between these two teams though. It's going to boil down to a sprint home between the last two swimmers, Sumika Mimamoto and Shang Ying of China. Race still there to be won. These two great rivals of the pool, it's still China in front by a touch with 5 metres of this third leg to swim. Into the water goes Shang Ying. Following her, Sumiko Minamoto. And really it's the other teams just fighting for the bronze medal. It's Japan and China in the last leg of this women's 4x100 metre freestyle relay. Out by a long way. Japan, China starting to edge clear. As they go through that 300 metre mark, Shang Ying of China, Sumiko Minamoto of Japan. Now Minamoto has lost a bit of ground in that leg. She's really going to have to bring it home if Japan are to catch China, but the Chinese swimmer going further away. A very strong leg by the Chinese swimmer Xin Yang, and she goes on and touches the wall to take gold for China. They win it in an Asian record, another record falling, 3:45.51. China scoring, Japan second, and Chinese Taipei taking the bronze medal. Well, what an epic battle that was, but China victorious over Japan in the end. It's been another night of wonderful action at the Aquatic Centre, and the two superpowers of Asian swimming dominating once again.
Ladies and gentlemen,
A real race until the 300, but then China too strong in that Asian record time. China gold, Japan take the silver, Chinese Taipei the bronze.
Plenty of rivalry in the baseball tonight in the Pool A match between South Korea and Japan. A very tight contest, 8 runs apiece going to the top of the 8th, and this is Kim Jong-ju from Korea with men on first and second. That's over the fence. Kim Dong-ju brings home 3 runs for Korea and breaks the game wide open. Korea take a lead of 11 runs to 8. The South Koreans lost out on the Asiad Gold 4 years ago when they were beaten 6-5 by their bitter rivals Japan in Hiroshima, and they've turned to their professionals this time round with good results. Now first baseman Kang Hyuk at the plate, and that is going a long way over centre field, and that's a fine hit by Kang Hyuk to give South Korea yet another run. They'll take a lead of 12-8. South Korea haven't used their major league pitcher Park Chun-ho, the 25-year-old from the Los Angeles Dodgers, in this match, so if they can go on and win here without him, it'll be a real boost to them. Japan going into the games with an all-amateur team. This is Bak Jae-ho, the shortstop, at the plate now. And that is crashed over right field, and that's over the fence. Another home run, 3 home runs in the 8th innings here for South Korea, and there doesn't appear to be anything Japan can do now to stop them in this game. So the score, 13 runs to 8 to South Korea, and that score will not change. That is the final score in this match. Show to Mike. I think I haven't looked at it yet. That's all. Am I doing it?
No, because after this.
First and now trailing in the second. Well done at the net again. Yupayong. 3 Vietnam players, Tai Vinh Nguyen, Titan Lu and Thi Vu Tran. The Thai players supported by their home crowd, Vietnam with the ball. They may just be starting something of a comeback. It was a very tight first set in this opening Ragu. 15-13 the scoreline to Thailand. So the deflection, Vietnam the point. And again, so Vietnam right in this second set. (13-12) to Thailand. Vietnam on serve, but not for long. The ball goes back to the host nation. Yupayong. Oh, what a block! What a lovely block it was by Yupayong. And that takes it out now to 14-12. Match point in this first Ragu. Another block, and that's the game. 2 blocks to complete the game. Yupayong at the net, getting up high. The foot was almost over, but it was okay. And Thailand take the second set in this spectacular game. They took the first 15-13 and the second 15-12, so 2-love the score. That was the opening Ragu. They also won the second and the third, so Thailand defeating Vietnam.
In gymnastics, today's competition is the individual all-around for both men and women. The men have to compete on the full 6 apparatus and looking for a total score. We're looking at Naoya Sukahara from Japan on the rings. Such strength required. The gymnasts have to press up on the handstand, hold it for 2 seconds in a stationary position. Swaying brings a deduction in score. And Sukahara putting in a brave bid here for at least a silver medal, and that's an excellent landing. Not perfect, but his feet didn't move, and he managed to retain his position. Look at the strength in the arms and shoulders here, and just the slightest stumble on the dismount. An excellent performance by Naoya Sukahara. 9.625, or 9.65 I should say, on the rings. Now Yang Wei from China on the floor exercise, and an extraordinary spring in the legs of this man. The power he generates, the multiple somersaults combined with twists. Currently in second place, but a chance of a gold medal is Yang Wei as the Chinese continue their domination. Balance, strength, flexibility, all required. The sharpness and perfection of the execution. Great height there from Yang Wei of China. Almost superhuman, isn't it? It's amazing that the body can do such exercises, and a fine performance from Yang Wei of China. Yang Wei, just 18 years old. And the score 9.625 for Yang Wei. Of course, the Chinese team without their world champion gymnast Liu Yufu, who pulled out of the games with a knee injury. But with gymnasts like this man, Huang Zhu, well, the future is very, very much gold for China. Huang Zhu, just 19 years old. On the parallel bars. And an excellent dismount. Yet another near perfect performance from the Chinese, who also have Zhang Jingjing in the team. He really is the leader of the team. In fact, 2 times parallel bars world champion, but the performance here of Zhang Zhu, or Huang Zhu from China, looks like he is going to take the gold medal with the excellent performances on all apparatus. 7.25 on the parallel bars, and a total of 57.825 in the individual all-around. China having achieved 3 gold medals in 3 events so far. Can the women make it a clean sweep, 4 from 4? Well, this lady is trying to do something to prevent that. Risa Sugawara from Japan. The grace and beauty on the floor. Of course, the music adding an element to the women's floor exercise compared to the men. Risa Sugawara from Japan, demonstrating her grace and rhythm. Beautiful performance by Risa Sugawara of Japan, and the judges no doubt will score her highly. 9.675. Now to Arina Yevdokimova from Kazakhstan. And a fine vault. Brilliant performance. The standard of competition in the gymnastics, outstanding. And now to the beam, where such balance is required. The balance beam, a series of dance moves and turns have to be performed along the length of the beam without stopping, and then of course the dismount always counts very highly in the judges' assessment of the performance. This is Liu Zuan from China. And an excellent finish to her routine on the beam. That's going to score very highly. Hard to see many imperfections. 9.85 from the judges for Liu Zuan, and she takes the gold medal from Arina Yevdokomiva, and Risa Sugawara takes the bronze.
This is a Group 2 encounter in men's football at the Rajamangala Stadium, and we're looking forward to a good match here. The United Arab Emirates up against Korea, a very important game as the referee gets proceedings underway. Not a big crowd. Rest assured the fans will be here though as we get towards the quarter-final, semi-final stage of this competition. A very important game for the United Arab Emirates. They need to win to remain in contention to advance, as they were beaten by Kuwait 5-0 in a result that would have really hurt. South Korea, on the other hand, had a 2-1 win over Japan the other day. So very important game. Long and high the shot from outside from Lee. That was hopeful, maybe just getting the nerves out of the system in the opening stages. Rashid in goal. It's been the South Koreans in control in the midfield in these opening stages. Out wide, getting lots of possession, Sang Chul Yu. Number 19 there is Garis. Now there's a chance. Garis gets the in. The shot, it's into the net! Oh, it came from way outside. And it's been scored by Jung Yan Woon. An amazing goal. Well, they tried one of those shots a little earlier from Lee, and this time Jong Wan Yoon was able to get it right into the corner of the net, and Rashid didn't know it was coming. He thought, well, what could I do about that? From way outside with a powerful boot. Keeper left standing. The goal coming in the 37th minute. Korea leading at 1-0. Chance now for United Arab Emirates. On the attack, wouldn't they love a goal before half-time? In goes the shot, off the hands and then off the bar. Well, that's the first real chance that the UAE have had in this match. Still 1-0 into the second half. This lead to South Korea. Good work. He's brought down inside, and this may well be a penalty. It is. Number 18 is the culprit. That's Rashid. Sang Chulyu. And that was almost too easy. Well, the fans like it. 2-0. And I think the keeper's still in shock over that one. Sang Chulyu scoring. So Korea taking this 2-goal lead, but have a look at it. I think the keeper was probably expecting a hard shot. He was sliding. He was too soon for the ball. Chipped over the top. This is a promising build-up from the UAE. They need a goal. Into the corner of the net, they score! Al-Baloshi. Al-Baloshi getting there first. And it takes it back to 2-1. He was in the right spot at the right time. The pass was just threaded his way, and he in turn was able to push it just wide of the keeper. And that's a good goal, a badly needed goal for the UAE. But the final score there, 2-1 to South Korea. Turkmenistan and North Korea had a draw, Uzbekistan a win, and Japan defeated Kuwait 2-1. In the other matches, China a 3-0 victory in the women's, and Chinese Taipei 13-1 over Indonesia.
In shooting today, in the men's 10-metre air pistol final, China dominated in both the individual and team events. The Chinese team of Zhu Dan, Tan Zongliang, and the famous champion shooter Wang Yifu, the 38-year-old, taking the gold medal for China with a total of 1,742 points. The individual medals Well, it was a fight in particular between Zhu Dan from China and Tan Zongliang from China. Zhu eventually triumphing with 685 points from Tan with 683.6 points. Vladimir Gusha from Kazakhstan took the bronze medal with 682.6. Of course, Gusha, the 31-year-old, also took a gold medal in the free pistol event 2 days ago. But Zhu Dan taking the individual gold medal. A brilliant performance by him and his teammate Tan. So Zhu Dan the gold, Tan Zongliang takes the silver, and Vladimir Gusha the bronze. China winning the team gold medal from Japan and Korea. There was also competition in the women's sport rifle in the prone position. The gold medal to Wang Xian from China, from Yoko Minamoto of Japan and Noriko Ojima of Japan. Japan taking the gold medal for the team on a countback from China, with Thailand the bronze. In fencing, it was the final of the individual foil for women, and from China on the right, Xiao Aihua scores a point over her opponent from Korea, Lim Mi Kyung. Xiao leading 13-4. The first to 15 points, 15 touches, will take the gold medal. Now, Lim makes a touch, but not on the torso area of the body, which is where scoring has to be for the foil. That is a touch, though. So Lim with the touch picks up a point, but she trails 5-13. That is a good touch by Xiao Aihua. 14-5 she leads, just 1 point away from the gold now. And there it is. Time is up, 3 3-minute rounds, and a fine performance by Xiao Aihua, who takes the gold medal, 15-5 over Lim from Korea.
The Pool B encounter between Uzbekistan in the white and Iran, and it's Iran leading by 4, 77-73. After, at half-time, it was locked together at 42 apiece. So Iran in the red with the ball, up by 4 at the moment. As they work it around, take it in under the basket, a little layup, and that's 2 points. Well, that makes it difficult now for Uzbekistan, down by 6, but they're about to go to the line just for one. No, the 2 shots. So number 15 will take them from the line. That's Ishenko. Ishenko has been shooting at 25% in this match. In fact, generally speaking, that's where Iran have had the advantage with their shooting, their percentage around the 54 mark compared to 37 by Uzbekistan at the moment. That reduces it to 5. 79-74. Needs this one and gets it. So makes them both. So it's back to a 4-point game. 79-75, but only half a minute or so remaining here. So it's switched around by Iran. And once again, the whistle. And of course, in these tight encounters in the closing moments, invariably lots of stoppages, lots of whistles, and lots of trips to the free throw line. That's what's happening now. Iran to go to the line and try to extend this 4-point margin. To take the throws, it's Katab. He's had a good game so far. He's shot 14 points to date. Missing the first though. Could be important. Katab. Iran leading it by 4. And now Katab makes it 5. So he makes 1 from 2 from the line. That gives him 15 for the match. He's been one of the best scorers for Iran. Uzbekistan, as time ticks away, ball on the ground there to be won. Iran come up with it. They could just about wrap it up. There's the layup. 2 points just a few seconds to go. Less than 10 seconds. A 7-point ball game. From outside, up goes the shot for three. It's made. Shanov makes it. But there's the buzzer. It's all over. 82-78. A thriller. And Iran have beaten Uzbekistan 42-all at half-time. But they did better in the second half, and they've won it 82-78 in this Pool B encounter. Well, great emotions here. A wonderful game. Well done, Iran.
ตั้งแต่ช่วงเช้า
Medals to be decided in the taekwondo. First up, the bantamweight bout between the men from Iran and Thailand.
ในกรณีกรรมการนับ
From Iran, it's Mehdi Bibak
และพร้อมที่จะให้
with the blue on his uniform, and from Thailand, Yodanya Manewong. Bibak having the better of it so far.
บาดเจ็บที่เกิดขึ้น
The Iranian is the world champion,
หมดเวลาในยกที่
and
3ครับ
you can tell plenty of kicks to the face of the Thai boxer.
โอ้
สำหรับผลการแข่งขันฝ่ายน้ำเงินเป็นผู้ชนะบิบัง
6-1 the score.
On this occasion, thank you.
Gold to Mehdi Bibak of Iran. Now to the bantamweight bout for the women. In blue, it's Lee Ji-won from Korea. And in red, Nusharin Sukongdomnon from Thailand. Oh, an exchange of kicks between the two. Of course, the target area is that those three coloured circles around the torso. Points don't score outside of that area. Lee Ji-won, oh, now attacked by the Thai girl, Sukongdomnon. This final for another gold medal.
From Republic of Korea, Thailand, Nepal.
And Korea take the gold. Lee Ji-won taking the gold medal from Nucharin Sukongdomnon taking silver for Thailand.
โอ้คู่นี้นะครับจับตาดูให้ดีนะครับอย่าได้กระพริบ
Now to the men's welterweight bout between Aflaki Kamseh from Iran and Ryu Ki-moon from Korea.
พี่น้องชาวเอเชียที่ได้พบเห็นนะครับ
In the semi-final, the Iranian defeated the player from Kazakhstan in the semi-final because the Kazakhstan taekwondo player had to withdraw. But the Iranian himself had his leg injured, and there is already some problems for Aflaki Kamseh from Iran in this match because of that injury carried into
สำห
the
รับการ
bout.
แข่งขันในคู่ต่อไปนะครับก็จะเป็นการชิง
The other problem is that the
เวลเตอร์เวท
Korean in the red is a very accomplished taekwondo
แดนกับเกาหลี
performer. But look at the Iranian go here. Strong kicks. Now the counter attack comes from Ryu. But the injury once again suffered by Aflaki Kamseh. He is struggling to continue here. Must be very disappointing for him to be in such pain, taking kicks to the leg in the final for the gold, but he will continue. So Ryu with the red circles. The Iranian, Aflaki Kamseh. Oh, he can't continue, surely. Another kick taken on the knee and ankle area. And he is in absolute pain. He's done well to continue to take part in this final, but that is it. Win by knockout to Ryu Kun-mu from Korea. The Korean certainly performed very well, but against a weakened opponent, brave in defeat. Now, the welterweight final for females. The tall girl, much taller, is from Jordan, Ala Kutki, and from Korea it's Cho Hyung-mi. Extraordinary the size difference between these two. Really, the Jordanian totally dwarfs her opponent. It's David and Goliath, but David in this case, Cho Hyung-mi, is extremely nimble, very quick on her feet. She is always moving. And look at the kick return on the counter-attack. And the decision goes to the diminutive Korean Cho Hyung-mi, takes the gold medal over her bigger opponent Ala Kutkut from Jordan. Chinese Taipei taking the bronze.
This is the women's 58 kilo division in the weightlifting, and Ri of North Korea attempting now 95, which would put her on equal terms with the leader, Yang Chen of China. Her best so far, 92.5. This 95 for a share of the lead. Nearly, no! Well, she was halfway up and couldn't quite complete it, so her best 92.5. This is our leader, Yang Chen, just 19 years of age, and this for a world record. She's already lifted 95. A world record in the snatch, and she makes it! Yang Chen has broken the world record.
Ladies and gentlemen,
98 kilos, breaking the old world record of 97.5.
has set new world and Asian records.
So the records keep on tumbling. The Chinese lifters doing a remarkable job. Chen has already broken one world record. Now she's attempting another in the clean and jerk. The record at 123. She's attempting here 123.5. She missed it with her first attempt. So far, so good. Yes, she has made it. She'll wait for the lights, but that should be another world record. It is. 2 world records in the one event to Yang Chen.
Of China with a jerk of 123.5 kilos.
What a performance this is. Now, we've already seen a world record in the clean and jerk, and Ri of North Korea is going to try to break it. She's going for 125 now. Chen, remembering, lifted 123.5. Ri lifted 120 with her first attempt, and now she's raised the bar by 5, going for a world record. And she's done it. I would say she'll get the all clear. She has, and that's another world record. 2 in a matter of moments. Ri of North Korea taking the record from Chen. What a remarkable event this is. Now, Yang Chen has just had the world record that she set moments ago taken away from her. She's going to try to regain it now. She's raised the bar 2 kilos. She's going for 125.5 for another world record. $125.5. We wait. She doesn't seem convinced. In fact, she's got 3 reds. So she's missed 125.5, but she gets 123.5. She will win the combined gold. Men's division now. One of China. Attempting 155. And he has done it. And that's an Asian record. An Asian record, 155 kilos in the snatch. Now, Hakpong Kim of Korea is going for a world record. His first attempt in the clean and jerk was 180 kilos. He's raised the bar 15 kilos and going for 195. He needed to raise it to surpass Wan of China, who was 190 and a half. It's a huge increase of 15 for a world record, this. Oh, I think he's got it. Remarkable. Hakbong Kim of Korea. A world record in the clean and jerk 69 kilo division. 195 kilos. So he'll take the gold here. He'll also take the combined gold. His combined total 340, an Asian record, and this in the clean and jerk 195, a world record.
And let's check the medal tally. China leads the way with 22 gold, 21 silver and 17 bronze from Korea with 15 gold and Japan 14 gold, followed by Kazakhstan, Chinese Taipei, Thailand, People's Republic of Korea and Mongolia, all with gold medals to their tally. In diving, 2 gold medals to be decided today. Firstly, in the men's 3-metre springboard, 6 dives from 12 finalists. This is Yu Zhaocheng from China, attempting a back 2.5 somersaults in the tucked position. Degree of difficulty 3.0. Currently in first place in the competition. Concentrating hard, focusing. And an excellent dive from Yu Zhaocheng. Good spring off the board, maybe not quite as much height as he would have liked. Into the tuck position, not quite getting the vertical entry. Didn't quite get over in time, wasn't in position early enough as he pointed for the water. The judges give him 7.5s and 8s, total score 72. Now there's plenty of competition coming for Zhu from Zhao Yilin, also from China. Currently in second place, attempting the same dive as his compatriot. A back 2.5 somersaults, degree of difficulty 3.0. And that's an excellent dive too. Seemed to be a little more energy in the dive from Zhao compared to Yu. Into the pike position.
9.
Stretching for the water. Better entry.
8.5.
Good scores from the judges.
Total.
In the 8s and 8.5s. Total score of, well, right up there. Currently in first place now is Zhao Yilin. Now back to Yu Zhaocheng. This is his last dive, so he'll have to make it a good one. It's a neck and neck battle between the two Chinese. A reverse 1.5 with 3.5 twists. Beautifully performed by Yu Zhaocheng. So he is going to go all out for the gold medal. This is a great dive. Look at the takeoff. Twisting with tremendous speed, pointing for the water, and that is a vertical entry. Maybe a little more splash than he would have liked. The judges liked it certainly. 8.5's a total score of 83. He moves into first position. Now, Zhao Yilin, an inward 3.5 somersault dive, degree of difficulty 3.4, so a little harder than the dive of Zhu. Degree of difficulty 3.4 compared to the previous dive 3.3. If he can get this dive just about perfect, he'll take the gold medal. Should he fail, and this is a very tough dive at 3.4, he could slip back to silver. Oh, beautiful dive. Beautiful dive from Zhao Yulin. And that should earn gold. We'll wait for the judges' scores. The crowd certainly like it. They know that China will take gold and silver now. Straight entry. Tremendous speed in the rotation. The 3.5 somersaults. Look at the judges. Four of them have given him 9.0. Total score 89.7. Gold to Zhao Yilin from China. And what a brilliant performance it was. So gold to Zhao from China, silver to Yu Zhaocheng, and Suchat Pichi from Thailand makes it 2 bronzes for the diving competition. To the women's 10-metre platform now. Another good battle developing, but the battle is as much between silver and bronze as it is for gold. We're seeing an outstanding performance from Kai Yu Yan, but this is Li Na from China. An inward 2.5 somersault dive, difficulty 2.8 in the pike position. Currently in 3rd place. And that's a fine dive from Li Na. The Chinese so strong in diving, dominating the competition yet again. In that pike position, pointing for the water, maybe just coming over a little, coming out of the pike just a touch early. The leg's just starting to come over, but it's still a very good dive. Well, the judges thought it was an excellent dive, better than I did. 9's almost, well, what have we got from 3 judges for a total score of 73. So Li Na is doing everything to catch this girl, Kai Yu Yan from China. A back 3.5 somersault, difficulty 3.3. Currently in 1st place. This is her 3rd last dive, so she knows that she has to keep the good scores coming. Beautiful position for the somersault. Tight in the tuck position, rotating with tremendous speed. Kai Yu Yan, look, into the tuck. 3.5 somersaults.
7.5, 8.5,
and the judges scoring her up in the 8s. Isn't it a spectacular view from on top? Looking down that 10-metre platform. 8.5's total score 79 for Kai. Now Choi Myun-hwa from the People's Republic of Korea. Well, there was speed in the rotation that time. A back 3.5. And look at the speed of the somersaults. 3.5 points for the water. Currently in 2nd place, but can she hold on to that?
8, 9, 8.5, 7.5.
Her 7th dive as well. Good scores. 8.5s, 1.9. That will be discarded. Total score 77. Not quite good enough. Cho dropping back to 3rd place. Now this is the last dive from Li Na. Now, it would take an extraordinary circumstance for her to get the gold medal, but she needs to fight off the challenge for the silver. Li Na. And that is a great dive. A forward 3.5. Degree of difficulty 3.0, but she's executed it to near perfection. You can see the number of the divers have their wrists strapped up. And look at the scores. 9s and 9.5s from quite a few of the judges. Total score 81.9. She's currently in 1st place. But Kai Yu Yan has one more dive. This to wrap up the gold medal. Would really take a disaster from her to lose it. A forward 3.5 somersault dive in the pike position. Difficulty 3.0. She makes no mistake. A great dive from Kai Yuyan. Well, she rose to the occasion. Any occasion where there's a gold medal at stake is an important one, but any challenge wiped away by a fine dive under pressure from Kai Yuyan into the pike position. Somersaults and points for the water. That's a beautiful entry, vertical entry. One judge has given her a 10. 2 9s there as well. Total score 77.4. Gold to Kai Yuyan from China. China, gold and silver. What a smile, the smile of a winner. The Asian Games champion, Kai Yuyan, gold, Li Na, silver, and Cho from People's Republic of Korea, bronze.
Last-minute preparations are underway for the start of the first road event on the cycling program. This is the 50-kilometre time trial for men. The women's time trial over 25 kilometres to follow. An early morning start, the first cyclist on his way. Haji Asmali from Myanmar, the cyclist sent out in 2-minute intervals and supported by a fairly good crowd here at the start line. This is the Irani cyclists, Ms. Bani Iranag, and Iranag is in pretty good form, expected to be right there at the finish. Makoto Ijima of Japan through the 10-kilometre mark, and he's been making up good time. The Japanese cyclists, of course, have been in great form here. This is Dmitry Fovanov of Kazakhstan. He was the last to start. Coming up towards the halfway mark, this is the Thai cyclist Tong Choi Wangadaiman. Crowd getting behind him. He goes through in 34.5 minutes. Halfway mark now for Ms. Bani Iranag. Going very well. Coming up to the finish now, and Iranag of Iran posting a very smart time, just over an hour, 1:03. This is Divanov of Kyrgyzstan. Sergei Divanov, 1:04.16 for him. And now Dmitry Fovanov of Kazakhstan. His time very smart. I don't think it'll be enough though to beat the cyclist from Iran, and Fovanov 1:03.48. So it looks like the cyclist from Iran has taken the gold medal. Iran taking gold and Kazakhstan silver and bronze. The women's event getting underway with Linda Bus of Lebanon, the first to go. A smaller field here for the women, just 11 cyclists taking part. Xiao Haizhuan of China, she's one of the favourites as she starts her 25-kilometre trek. 12.5 kilometres up the highway for the women's cyclists, then they turn around. It's the same trek that the men raced on, but of course just halfway, and plenty of traffic on either side of the races. Otsuka of Japan. Now Zhao Haizhan at the halfway mark, 12.5 kilometres. She's been in a good rhythm and she looks set to post a good time. She goes through in 19 minutes 23.55, averaging 38 kilometres an hour in these warm conditions. Ayuma Otsuka of Japan, just over 20 minutes as she goes through, and she will want to up the tempo a little as she races home. Haizhan has been racing very well. She was the fourth last to start, but her time has been good, and she's going to be right there at the finish. Otsuka through the 20-kilometre mark, just 5 kilometres to go. Now Zhao Haishan of China going down towards the finish, and what a good time, what a good ride that's been, 35.17. Otsuka of Japan to the finish line. She wasn't able to keep that good form going, tiring in these warm conditions.